Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading for June 2022. My name is Shay. We're going to hop right into your cards, but before we do, we're going to hear from our sponsor today, Keen. Keen is an online service that gives you access to vetted psychics and spiritual advisors from the comfort of your own home 24/7, which makes it so easy and convenient to use anytime you need guidance. I was nervous but excited about my first experience with Keen this year, but my advisor was so comforting and her accuracy really shocked me. Not only was she able to pinpoint some key changes in my life, but also gave me some great love advice, which we all need, tarot readers included. To get started on the website or the app, you just have to answer a quick survey to match you with the right advisor, and then you can start chatting. Use the link on the screen to get your first 10 minutes for $1.99. After that, it will depend on the advisor that you choose, but no worries. There's a satisfaction guarantee. For any of your love or life questions, try Keen today for $1.99. It's linked on the screen as well as in the description box and in the comments. Thank you so much for watching that, Scorpio. So now let's pop into these cards. What does the zodiac sign Scorpio need to know about June 2022? What does Scorpio need to know about June 2022? Okay, I think that is the 6 of air. It is. What does Scorpio need to know about June 2022? Yansa in reverse. What does the zodiac sign Scorpio need to know about June 2022? What will they experience? What will Scorpio experience in June 2022? Okay. 7 of fire. 7 of earth. Both are bright. 2 more. What does the zodiac sign Scorpio need to know about June 2022? What are my Scorpios experiencing in June 2022? Too many cards, Spirit guides. Make it clear. What is the zodiac sign Scorpio experiencing in June 2022? Make it clear, Spirit guides. Thank you. The 5 of water. 2 more. 1 more. Okay. And the man. Okay, a lot of masculine energy in this deck. A lot of masculine energy, okay? And that means nothing. It just means that there's a lot of action-oriented energy. So some of you could be moving in action. But I will say this. I get this sense that you feel a little sluggish, a little stuck in June, especially coming into the month with this 6 of air and this Yansa card paired together. There's this sense of wanting to move forward. Honestly, and maybe not. Maybe you don't want to move forward. Maybe you're fearful of moving forward. But then there's also this anxiety because Yansa likes change. And when she's in reverse, it's almost like she feels like she can't change. She feels like she's a little stuck in her situation. And that's kind of what I'm picking up. But Scorpio, it's not that you're necessarily stuck. For some of you, I feel like it's a this always happens this way for me kind of narrative that's going on. It's not that, more than it's just that I'm getting the analogy of we can't help you move forward if you don't know where you're going. And I'm not saying that you don't, Scorpio. I'm just saying that that's where I'm kind of getting. Like you may be, I feel like you're going forward in life, but almost a little haphazardly. You're taking this job because it's there. You're doing this thing because you have access to it. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Like, but there is no, what is the end goal? What are we trying to get to? Or you're just doing things in between for the moment. So there's this thing in the month of June where it's like, okay, what are we doing next? Okay. So you start to feel unstuck at some point. Okay, you start to see the fruits of your labor. You start to see more money coming in. You know, maybe you felt down about something for a while. You start to pull yourself out. You start to get exposed to more people and better energy. There's some hope now. You see what I'm saying? Hope comes for you this month. Especially if you find yourself just psychologically having a lot of issues. I feel like, and I know that sounds like you're crazy. You ain't crazy, Scorpio. More so than I think you might be overthinking a lot of things or be in your head a lot about relationships or in your head about certain people or just in general, like you're really in your head. And so you may find yourself wanting to like snap out and like lash out in different ways. And again, this doesn't always look like intensity for some people. Like sometimes it just looks like you being petty or like you hiding somebody's shoe in the morning. Like it looks like that. For some of you also, this could be a person in your life who's kind of snappy as well. So watch out for that as well. Because I think it just more so comes from a misunderstanding or like you misunderstanding them. So be careful about that too. one last thing before we move on to love. I think that you may need to read the room. You may need to read the room, Scorpio, this month. I don't normally tell people to take in the opinions of others, but there is some situation where you may not be seeing it clearly, and your best bet is to ask the people who have good intentions for you. So you may need to be like, hey, I'm seeing the situation this way. What do you see? And then let them kind of weigh in. And again, take it with a grain of salt if you feel like it's not good advice. But I feel like you may need a second opinion on something, okay? So clarity, what does Scorpio need to know about their love and relationships in June 2022? What does Scorpio need to know about their love and relationships in June 2022? The Screw. Feel free to pause if you want to read. The Document. And Friend Zone. That card is making an appearance in every reading today, okay? Okay, and then we have Team Awesome and Sleep on It. And then we also have Shy. Shy. I feel like that might be somebody's name. Or those may be like letters. SH maybe in somebody's name this month. Doesn't have to be. There's an issue that you have with someone. You may get into it with them, or I feel like for some of you, this has been an ongoing problem. It's shown up in different ways, but now, it's kind of resurfacing itself again this month. Sleep on that. Don't make any permanent decisions on a very temporary situation. I feel like some of you may just be, you're so in your head, you're tired, you're angry, you have all these things going on, and I feel like you may be projecting just a little bit, and this could be vice versa as well. You might be projecting a little bit, and you may be doing a little bit of self-sabotage. So before you make any permanent decisions, take a step back. And again, same vice versa. If you're dealing with someone who's doing this, take a step back. Especially if you're in a healthy relationship, or you need to exercise a healthier communication styles. Spending time together, letting people know what you need, getting on the same page, that goes into the Document, okay? For some reason, some of you are feeling held back by a document. I know that's so random, but like you may feel like you need to deal with something because there's money tied up in it, or there's like time, or there's like, oh, we both live together, or we have this going on, we have that going on. Like, I feel like a document is almost in your way. You either sign one, or you're wondering how to break one. And for somebody specific, you'll be in a situation with someone this month you may be in a situation with someone this month who you're assuming that they're not responding to you a certain way because of something negative, but really the reason why they're not responding is because they're still processing. So don't jump the gun. And same vice versa. Like I said, this is vice versa. Someone's getting friend zoned as well too. I just get the sense that someone's jumping to conclusions. And they're just going, oh, you know what, forget it. And they like, spaz out and they stomp out of a room. And then it's like, really, you just misunderstood, Pooh. You just misunderstood. So consider that as well. Because someone's friend zoning someone because they only like them as a friend. Or you feel like you're being friend zoned, or you feel like, something should just be friends. But in reality, it's just that you're like someone's overthinking their part a little bit. Just communicate. Okay, so let's see. For those in relationships, what do my Scorpios in relationships need to know about June 2022? Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Woo! That goes right with my message from earlier. Remember when I said earlier, we can't take you anywhere if we don't know where we're going? That's kind of what Spirit is saying to you. And the same applies to your relationships as well. I'm going to say this, Scorpio, and I'm going to close out because y'all probably like, girl, stop preaching to me. I don't want to hear it. I love y'all. I love all my signs, so I want everybody to be great. I feel like you know exactly what you want, or someone knows exactly what they want. This, apply this how it applies to your situation. You know exactly what you want, but you are being extremely afraid to ask for it, which is why you're having these crazy reactions to people doing things. For example, you know that you need a lot of quality time. Like a lot as in I need to be in your skin. You know that you need that, but you also know that that may read as clingy. So instead of just expressing that and letting them know this is what I need, and if I don't get it, like this is just what it is, and I'm not putting an ultimatum on the table, I'm just letting you know. Instead of doing that and seeing what you get back, it's almost like you're penalizing someone when they don't know, and then going like they should have knew. You know what I mean? Like they should have knew. They should have just been let me be in their skin, and it's like, well, they didn't know because you didn't communicate. So it's kind of like, you know what you need to ask for it. But like I said, if you don't know what you want, and if you are friend zoning people, or if you are having reactions because you feel like this friend don't call me as much, so F them. Like, but you, like, have you been calling? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's something in the space that you're not necessarily like clearing up. So clearly decide what you want and then clearly express that. That's how you're going to get it, Scorpio. And again, same applies vice versa. Okay. Yeah. So what does my Scorpios need to know about their career and finances in June 2022? Clean energy, food. And sorry if you guys hear any noises. What does Scorpio need to know about their career and finances in June 2022? Focus on your priorities. Okay. Declutter. And one more card. What does Scorpio need to know about their career and finances in June 2022? Organize for success. Okay, Scorpio. So as I looked at focus on your priorities and organize for success, I mean, those are self-explanatory. Yes, you probably need to get things organized like we were talking about earlier. What do we want? Where are we going? That kind of thing. Prioritizing self, and not even just self in a selfish way, like focus on you. What are your priorities? What are you doing? You may be a little too external right now. What is everybody doing? Why isn't this working out? Da, 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 da. You trying to like shift every piece, but like your piece is just sitting in the middle of the board. We need to move that piece, okay? So, and also, what is your priorities? Like we said, what do you want, Scorpio? Do you want more fun in your life? Do you need more attention? Do you want more of this type of job instead of that? More like, what is it? What are your priorities? And literally prioritize them versus putting everything to the side all the time. And then also just in general, like just a housekeeping tip. Yeah, housekeeping, clean up. And it doesn't mean that you're like dirty or anything like that. I feel like if there's a workspace that you have that has like a lot of papers on it, clear it out. Your phone got too many pictures in it, clean them out. Stuff like that. Wherever you frequently focus your attention, clean it out and organize it again, so that you can, your anxiety is coming from it. If you're feeling anxious this month, Scorpio, that's where that's coming from. Clean energy food speaks for itself. Eating clean energy food, eating things that are more organic and that will raise your vibration, specifically green food, as I like to say. Is the food green? Does it have a color? If it does not have a color, it probably ain't giving you too much back. So with that being stated, and I know some people gonna be like, well, bread is brown. That ain't a color. I do not count brown as a color when it comes to food. If it's brown or like if it's any type of neutral, it's not a color. I'm talking about greens and reds and pinks and orange, and I don't even know what food would be pink, but y'all catch my drift. These are the things that we need to be focusing on, okay, my love? So let's go ahead and get you some advice for the month. What advice do you have for my Scorpios in June 2022? What's your Scorpio focus on in June 2022? Clarity. Ooh, grieving. One more. What should my Scorpios focus on in June 2022? Travel. Okay, interesting. Clarity, grieving, and travel. Now, obviously, these cards are very self-explanatory, but I'm going to say with this travel and grieving, believe it or not, travel also talks about taking breaks, right? Grieving also talks about like kind of allowing space to like get open. I feel like for some of you, you do need to take some time out to grieve. Specifically, like for some of you, it is deceased loved ones. Like I'm channeling someone who has lost a lot of people recently, or not even just recently. You just lost a lot of very important people, and you just need to grieve that. Give yourself a second. For some of you, it's grieving an old lifestyle. It's grieving the way you used to feel. It's grieving just something like that, like letting yourself sit with your feelings. But I genuinely just think you need a break mentally from a lot of things, okay, which will give you the clarity that you are looking for. Also, back to that misunderstanding in your love portion, I feel like someone's misunderstanding you or you're misunderstanding someone. They're trying to reach out, they're trying to be there, vice versa. There just needs to be space for that to come through. So allow that space, okay, my love? Thank you so much for watching this reading, Scorpio. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you and hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.